Alrighty, everyone. I'm going to try to get this out as soon as possible, but the 3.0 drip mark thing just happened, and we had a lot of characters drop. In total, we have 5 characters here, and I've already gone and kind of looked at them before starting this recording because I wanted to see what I could catch before recording, so I could just get it all out quickly and get my predictions out. And I've done that step, and we're just gonna hop right into it. First off, with this guy, I need to actually check Discord because one of my friends told me what this symbol actually is in the real world. So let me I have to scroll up here because I've been in Discord sending a lot of messages about this. Yes, so they said it's the rod of Asclepius. In the real world, obviously, that's what it is, but that's basically what the Wuwa version of it is, and I believe it's for medics and such. And it aligns pretty well with him, I think, because if you look around him, you notice a lot of his stuff is about DNA. Oh, sorry, something caught in my throat. But you can see, like, on the sides of the coat here, little DNA strands. He's got the DNA belt right here. He's got the little DNA here on here, and this could mean that he's a 5-star, because we do have this little 5 thing here. That also makes me think he might have 5 tacit marks. That might be the way they record him. But the badges I will bring up later, but from what we can tell here, I think he's going to be a healer. Just based off of this, though, KURO games could prove me wrong and make him a DPS. But my first initial thought is he's a healer. And lore-wise, I think he does DNA splicing. Because if you look here at his left arm, you see all these colorful veins. And what I've noticed is that, my scroll wheel is kind of broken, so I have to use the sides here. He doesn't have these veins anywhere else except on his right arm, as you can see here. Just his left arm, sorry, left arm. So I think he does DNA splicing while doing enhancements on himself, as with the tubes here as well for research purposes. But outside of that, I have no other predictions for him, but I think he's going to be a healer, and he does experimentation with DNA splicing. That is my predictions for Luck. I think that's how we're going to have to call him. Luck Harson. Or Luck Herson. Hopefully, that's how you say it. But we're going to move on to the next character, which is Lucilla. Now, Lucilla, honestly, is a bit confusing for me, because as you can see, she has these little film strands around her, right? But obviously, if you zoom in here, you can see like moons and such behind her. Like these like definitely look like moons. To me anyways. Like this 100% looks like a moon to me. But outside of that, there's nothing that I really noticed too much about her. She's got her card right here, but you can't really make out what it is, but it looks like the normal card like Luke has. Her hat kind of looks like, for me at least, it's kind of like a star map, but you could just take it as like another form of film. So I'm a bit mixed on what she's gonna be. So I think she's like astrology slash film. Not too sure on that. I think she might be a teacher or dean based off of her design. I really don't think this is the design you would give someone who's a student. So I do believe she's gonna be like a teacher or a dean. That's my prediction of Lucilla. And then we move on to the next one, which was, I will admit, Sigrika. Very confusing for me. Because I see all of these here in these corners, right? And part of me wants to say it's archaeology, right? A part of me wants to say that she does archaeology, especially with these symbols right here. This feels like something you would do for archaeology, but it's weird because then you also have like these like teardrops here. And I'm not really sure what these are. So I want to say she's either archaeology or agriculture. That's my bet. The other thing, she has this like little tattoo markings here. I didn't really see a tacit mark on her. I spent a while looking on each of these people to try to find their tacit marks that they didn't like relatively have them on them. And I did not find the tacit marks anywhere, sadly. I was doing my best to find them, but from what the looks of it, the tacit marks aren't appearing on them. What other thing I thought was interesting with this little goat here? She has this little goat plushie here. And that could be relevant later, or it could just be, a nothing burger. We don't know. But I just thought that'd be a good note to keep in mind. But that's my predictions for her. I'm not really sure what she's going to be. I'll be honest with you. The design kind of like, it's odd to try to figure it out. She might be a, I'm thinking she's going to be I forget the weapon that they are, but the weapon that Forlova uses, that type. I think she's gonna be this type. I forgot to say my prediction for Lucilla. I think Lucilla is gonna be I think she's gonna be a gauntlet. I think she's gonna use her purse as a gauntlet. I know that sounds funny to say, but might as well just throw out a prediction there, see if it comes true. Yeah, that's my prediction for those two. Now we're gonna move on to the one where it's not as interesting. Like Lena is the Gyaru for this patch, and she does have like a lot like design wise going on for her. She's got the little skull in her hair. She's got those little like diamonds that like tacit discords have. As you can see, she has a little freaking I forget what these are called. I farmed them a lot when they came out because I was playing for Spectro, but I have no idea what they're actually called. Future me will put it on the screen right here of what these little guys are called. But outside of that, I didn't really notice anything else here. Once again, I tried my best to look at her to see if there's anything that really popped out. Obviously, she has her tacit mark down here. It is a 5 tacit mark, nothing unusual there. Outside of that, nothing really revealing on her outfit about her, right? She's obviously, the Gyaru. Everyone's identified that she's a Gyaru. And the only other thing that helped me with my prediction on her is I think she's going to be a gun user because she has this little thing on her thigh here. And this is either going to be a phone case or I think a gun holster. So I think she could be a gun unit. That's my prediction for Lena. I think that's what her name's going to be. I think it's going to be Lena. But that's my prediction for her. Nothing really outright revealing about her here. Like, there's nothing that really gives anything away about her character too much outside of the fact, she likes these little tacit discords. She's a Gyaru, and she potentially could be a gun user. But outside of that, nothing else really from what I've seen. And then we move on to the final character, Mouee. I believe that's going to be like her thing, Mouee. Obviously, she has this little halo above her. It looks like she's kind of based off of a database, as you can see from the legs here. They kind of looks like streams, little crystals here. Now there's a tacit mark here. Now I think this is just a 5 tacit mark. I don't think this is a 6. Because like this kind of made me think it was a 6, but I think that's just the way they drew it for like the end. So this could be a 6, but it looks just like a normal 5. So that could be something. But what I do think about this character is I think she is going to be important for the story. Maybe because if we zoom in right here, you notice her card is different from the other two. So the other two that we have like confirmed cards for, that's the wrong tab, is Luke here. As you can see, this is what his looks like right here. And then Lucilla, and as you can see, Lucilla's, you can't really see it because of the angle it's on, but hers looks the same as Luke's. And then we come over here to Mouee, and you come over here and you look and you see her badge is horizontal, and it has a different layout compared to the others. Now, I can't see what that text is. If someone else could get that text for me, that'd be very helpful. I can't see it because I just can't zoom in anymore, even with the download image. When I get close to the badge, it blurs too much for me to see it. But I think Mouee is going to be an important character. Whether she's what her thing is gonna be, I'm not sure. I think Catalyst, yes. Well, no, not Cat. I think that's Rectifier. I think it's Rectifier. I'm gonna go with that for now. We can correct me if I'm wrong later, but whatever the thing that Forlova uses, I think she's also gonna be one of those. Because just based off of her design, I don't think she's gonna be like a sword or a great sword user. I could be wrong. The thing right below her could just be a great sword, and she just uses that, which would actually be kind of fucking insane, I'm not gonna lie. But outside of that, that's my predictions for her. I think she's gonna be an important character just because of this little badge here, and just the way her design looks. Like, she looks like she's obviously like half person, like half data, or she could just be full data. I don't know. But that's my like little prediction for her, and that's all the stuff that we got for the release here. I've kept myself on the page here for a while, trying to see if maybe they would drop something else here, but it looks like this is, yeah, they haven't dropped anything else. So that looks like that's all there is for this, and it looks like it's just these 5 characters. So let me zoom these back out here. So yeah, it looks like it's just these 5 characters, and just those are my predictions and what I observed on face value, at least. And I'm hoping at least some of my predictions are correct. But let me know what you guys think. Let me know what you predict these characters' roles are, what their roles in the story could be, and what their different jobs or classes could be in the story. All in all, just let me know what you think, because I personally I think this was really cool. I like the way the drip marketed this, and this is the first time I've actually like gone in to analyze characters like this. So it was actually kind of fun. I'm not gonna lie. But I hope you guys did enjoy that, and I will see you guys later when they release more stuff about 3.0. See ya.